Indraji, you're on mute.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to week 7, day 2. So we'll continue to work on our thoughts, correcting our thoughts. We have been uh, learning this in various forms to look at our thoughts, and this week we are specifically concentrating on correcting thoughts. Okay. What Babaji is teaching us is like anything that is created begins with a thought. We have learned this from in various forms in our scriptures and other way, that thoughts are creators, and here this is our lesson for us to reinforce that or remember what we have learned. Okay, so the thought of something is that something. Okay, and it is only in a very refined vibration. So everything in the universe began with God's thought about creation. And you are the most elemental sense of the thought of God. Being a part of that thought, you are also the whole. We are seeing, right? We are part of the uh, part or image of God. And so we are in ourselves God. So here too, even if we say that, okay, we are just that thought. So here this reinforcement saying that even that part of that marvelous, perfect thought that created all. And that's why we are that thought. And this thought of God is indivisible. We cannot divide it. And it contains the entire blueprint for the cosmos and every single atom and soul. Hence, God is not separate from his thought any more than we are separate from our thoughts. That's why we are one with God. We were created to know everything contained in God's thought that created everything. Okay? So what does that mean? It means that you choose to think any aspect of God's thought you wish. It is just like tuning into a radio station. You tune into any knowledge about creation. That's why we keep hearing, right? Anything we know, any knowledge we have, it is within us, all that we need to tune in. So how do we tune in? With that thought, connecting with that thought of God's thought. Okay? When you tune into some aspect of God's thought, you can be 100% certain to experience love, happiness, joy, bliss, truth, pure intelligence, peace, gentleness, unboundedness, energy, abundance, and non-judgment. These are just some of them that we are naming. So remember, all of creation begins with a thought. You are a creator because you are made in the image of God. And he is indisputably a creator. So you create. Your creations also begins with a thought. Then you experience what you create. First you create and then you experience. Okay? So Babaji says that your creation can then only give you the experience of God's qualities. Okay? Only those qualities are inherent in His thought. No other qualities are there. His thoughts cannot manifest what it doesn't have. This is the foolproof method for living life in heaven. And that's why he's repeating here that then to err is not human. We have been learning this for some time, that to err is not human. So life is not a struggle, and all the forces of nature come to your mind as you experience only God's qualities, right? So if we are speaking of all these beautiful and wonderful experiences that we can have, then what's exactly going on, right? What is wrong? Like everything that is going on around the world, that remotely sounds like these God qualities. So what is wrong? What went wrong? All this, it cannot happen that it's going wrong. But so many people, 1%, 2%, that's fine. But everyone, why? Right? Even our own life appears to include like struggle, some error, some pain. And especially these days, everything that's going on around, right? With all the war, so much of politics. So what is it? Eh? So God is reminding us, Babaji is reminding us that God is sovereign. That is, He's independent. He is. And if that's the case, then we are too, right? So just another way of saying the same thing is that you have free will. You are also a creator in God's image, and you create with your thoughts. God's thought, which you are one with, is available for you. Okay? You can choose to name, to tune into that thought. That is your choice. It is your free will to use His thought for your creations. Or you can choose to think a thought of your own will. Then your creation will have the qualities you assign to it, not the God's qualities, but what you assign it. When you go independent, you go choose your free will, then whatever you think, whatever you create, will have the qualities that you assign to it. Many, many times, you have chosen your own thought and created a miserable experience. Okay, that doesn't mean that we are miserable. That's impossible. We cannot change the perfection we are. However, as a creator, we can create an experience what appears less than perfect. So only when you start with the God's thoughts, you can be assured of perfection, and only those are the wonderful qualities. In very real sense, the world you create by your own thoughts is an illusion. It is not the truth. And that's why they say it's Maya, right? It's Maya is not that what God creates, it is what we create. Truth has permanence. Truth never changes. Truth describes thought of God that created us and the cosmos. That thought is truth. That thought tells of happiness, never sadness. It tells of bliss and joy, never despair. It tells of intelligence, never mistakes. It reveals abundance, never poverty. Okay? The truth is simply God's truth that created the universe. The choice, however, it's yours. How you want to create is yours. Okay? So, as part of this, what do we do? Now, how do we correct our thoughts? We want to begin to change the nature of our creation by changing this. It to be exactly like God's thought. That is removing all the lack or despair. That's not true. So, what we do is we have to change our thought at a subconscious level. We have thought these things for such a long time that we've ingrained it into us subconscious. And now we have to consciously come out of it. So let's look at the exercises for this week. Okay. During our quiet period, of course, we do all of these other things, but at the same time, we add these additional. Remember to read the lesson quietly, understanding each sentence, even though we try as much as possible to read word to word without translating sometimes. Unless you yourself read, it will not ingrain. I'm telling you because of my own experiences. And that's why we are making an effort to remind everyone to read. Okay, so please read every day. So in our quiet periods, after focusing in the heart and assigning the God qualities to ourselves and getting higher self signal, we say, dear higher self name, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. Once again, you say, dear higher self, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. Then sit quietly and let your higher self communicate. Okay. You are in that, you're already connected to your higher self. Now let that communication flow through slowly. You'll realize some thoughts that are creating imbalance or havoc in your life. So write down those thoughts as they come in. Okay, you don't necessarily have to meditate, get all the information and then write. You have gone a little further than that. So when you sit in that quiet period, sit with a pen and pencil, pen and a paper, connect and ask that question. One more time, I'm going to repeat. Dear higher self name, my higher self, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. And then jot it down. Okay. Once you've jotted down, during your next, and then throughout the day, actually pay attention to your thoughts. Simply make sure what is going on throughout. So what is it that we have to identify the thoughts we need to correct. And then subsequently at a later quiet period when you're sitting, say this to your higher self. Reveal to me, higher self name, the thoughts I have that gave me the experience of so and so. So for example, you felt cheated, right? in a given day you got cheated or someone yelled at you. You are observing the whole day what the patterns that you're seeing in your life. So now in the second quiet period, ask, reveal to me, my higher self, the thoughts I have that gave me the experience of so and so. Okay. And this inventory is very important at that. When you experience that, we may have that and then we forget, but writing down and keeping next to you is very important. Then you yourself will start seeing a pattern. Sometimes you don't see, but as you go through one by one, you will start seeing the pattern. Okay. And then you can utilize to correct them. And then you, in this week, what you also do is when you lie quiet in bed before going to sleep, think of those people who have been in your life. For each one, realize that he or she has reacted to you as you determined by your thoughts. Remember that experience the whole day? You created them by your thoughts. So now it's your opportunity to take full credit or blame for your experience with them. Okay? And then send to each of them love from your heart, feeling it. Go to them. Okay? Exactly the same as the first chapter we did. Send love to them. Then forgive each, knowing what forgiveness really means. We have seen this, right? In last week, we have learned how to forgive. So we forgive knowing the truth. With this, we'll go into meditation. With respect to mudra, again, it is the same mudra, the one that we saw last week and the week before last, that is crossing our hands and holding it in front of the core. You may be surprised. Actually, even I was surprised that it is the same mudra. And I was thinking that maybe my mind is playing a trick, but no, it is the same. This is the mudra. I think so, it reminded me that someone questioned that why we're having so many mudras and it is hard to remember. I feel it's almost like that manifestation. I think that person has that question not just for herself, but also a lot of you may be thinking. And then nature has beautifully arranged it to make it everything to be consistent. And I also believe that it's also for me, because when I had this doubt, I think it was anticipating that I may have a doubt. Am I using my mind? Why am I not getting new? So I think it's everything. It's answering everybody's question. So thank you for the questions. Thank you for challenging. With this, we'll go to meditation. So close your eyes. I'm going to play music, and if it is too loud, please let me know. I can lower it if you don't feel comfortable interrupting. Then you can simply write it on the chat. Feel comfortable, make yourself seated. Relax your body. And to help some of us who may need that little nudge to relax our bodies, let's take deep breath. Completely inhaling to your stomach. Let's start. Hold. Slowly release, and as you release, lower your shoulders, arms, back, chest. Experience that. Let's take second deep breath. Hold. And release. Slowly and gently. One last time. Take the biggest breath. Deep. Hold. And release, and feel relaxation in the entire body. Bring your awareness to your center of your heart. And feel the love, that unconditional love. Feel the pulsation. Masters, the thoughts are good. Feelings are even more powerful. So feel it. And feel it. Go to your entire body, to every cell. And encase yourself with love. Feel it surrounding you, your body, and the place where you live. Bring in the God qualities in yourself and accept. Give yourself any and all of the God qualities at your own pace the next few minutes. that you are all-knowing. Fully accept the God qualities in you. And get your higher self signal. Let us cleanse our aura. To all uninvited influences in my aura, I send love and light. You each are whole and healed. You each are made of love and light, and you are still love and light. You each have no pain, and not afraid anymore. You each have a perfect place to go. I ask my higher self to take each one of you there now. Please live in peace. Let's lock our aura. I close my aura to all except my higher self. Now let us find out what the thoughts are that we are creating on a daily basis. Dear higher self, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. Dear higher self, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. Let us allow the answers to come to us rather than we going seeking for it. Now, let us explore why we experience certain things in our daytime. So take one of them that just recently happened and let's ask why we experienced it. Ask these questions. In these words, reveal to me my higher self, the thoughts I have that gave me the experience of, and feel your experience. Once again, reveal to me my higher self, the thoughts I have that gave me this experience. Let us send love from our heart feeling it go out to each of the beautiful souls who have helped us experience our own thoughts and creations. Feel the heart love masters in your heart. And experience that love going out. Bring a smile to your face. As you see it reach to each of the people you have invited for this experience. Now forgive each one, knowing what forgiveness really means. Please say, I have made a mistake in my thinking to allow you to seemingly hurt me. I made a mistake in my thinking to allow you to seemingly hurt me. I recognize you are merely doing what I invited. And that in reality, neither you nor anyone can hurt me. I recognize you are merely doing what I invited, and that in reality, neither you nor anyone can hurt me. I am perfect now, always have been, and always will be. I am perfect now, always have been, and always will be. You cannot change that. I now recognize that love is forgiving love to you. I now recognize that love is forgiving love to you. I send you love from my heart. And I forgive you, knowing it is impossible for you to infringe on my perfection. I send you love from my heart, and I forgive you, knowing it is impossible for you to infringe on my perfection. Let us thank everyone who have come in our thoughts today, who has helped us experience our creation, whether we had labeled it good or bad. Those were our free will for our creation. And make a commitment that our thoughts align with the God qualities. With this, let us slowly prepare coming back to our bodies. Let us thank Mahavatar Babaji and all our guides who have been here supporting. And thank each one here participating, sharing their energies. And being part of our own creation to be together and learn these divine teachings so we may remember our God qualities and help imbibe them in us. Slowly wiggle your toes and fingers. And take an easy, deep breath to help come back to our bodies. Those who wish to continue, please continue. Gently rub your hands. And place them over your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You may gently open your eyes now. Thank you, each one of you, for joining and also giving me this opportunity to be part of it. Anyone wants to share your experiences or have any question? Thank you, Prashanti ji, Neelu ji. Thank you. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, then we can wind. A gentle reminder, continue to read each chapter daily, slowly, and understand it. Thank you, Maniji. Vaishnavi ji, thank you. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful Sunday. And those who are celebrating Bisu, happy Bisu or Vishu, however you call it. Thank you. All right. Take care.
Thank you, Chandraji. Very well explained, especially the summary of the chapter. And of course, beautiful meditation. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Sudhakar Garu.
Mm.